Howdy, Simmers. I build a lot of houses in The Sims, but I can't remember the last time I built a tiny home. Back in 2020, The Sims released a stuff pack called Tiny Living, and it introduced this tiny home residential lot type and a whole new system where we have different tiers of tiny homes. So tier 1 is micro home, which is the smallest. Tier 2 is a tiny home. Tier 3 is a small home. And each tier has its own kind of set of perks, with the smallest one having the most amount of perks. It's a really interesting system, but not one that I really utilize. So what inspired this build was I've been watching a lot of Tiny House Nation recently. I used to love watching all of these home improvement shows. Love It or List It was my jam when I was younger. I was always Team Hillary. Fixer Upper, House Hunters, like that was my thing. And I think watching those shows when I was younger kind of inspired my love of building in The Sims. It's what got me as into building as I am. But I don't know. I was scrolling through channels one day and I saw that Tiny House Nation was an option, and I was like, okay. I like to watch TV while I have like lunch and stuff sometimes, so I just turned that on and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And it occurred to me at that time that I had not built a tiny home in so long. Like, I could not tell you when the last time I did was, but I was in the mood to build a tiny home after watching a few episodes. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. And it really is a tiny home. I think I don't remember the sizes for all of the houses, but I think it's 64 tiles for an actual tiny house. And I believe that this ends up being exactly 64 tiles. So, yay, I did what I wanted to do. So, this house ends up obviously being like a one bedroom thing. It's a small house, okay? Well, it's a tiny house. Sorry. Um, but there's no real bedroom. Tiny Living introduced some really good items. We got the Murphy bed, which if you guys don't know what a Murphy bed is, it's basically a pull down bed. So you can have like a couch on it, you take hold of like a shelf or something, pull it down, there's a bed there. It's great. And it can kill you in this game, so be wary of that. But alongside the Murphy bed, we also got these like one tile dressers, and also some TV units that have like bookshelves and radios put into them, so it's kind of like a multifunctioning item. It's really cool, really useful. But I would love more items from other packs that kind of work well with tiny homes, because I feel like even these items are actually pretty big when you look at them. So I don't know. I'd like some more kind of DIY things that maybe look like they would work well in a tiny home. I love that stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty kind of short build because we don't have a lot to work with. We do have a bathroom. It is a 1 by 3, which is functional, by the way. So if you get one of those like open showers and you just put it right in the middle, your Sims can walk through that and they can access the toilet and the sink as well as still taking a shower. And this build is play tested, so I have confirmed that everything works fine. It's all functional, it's all good. But yeah, color scheme wise, I went for this orange and blue scheme based on specifically the couch, because I'm gonna be honest, Tiny Living's like objects don't have very good color swatches. Like, they're not my favorite, so I work with what I got. I kind of work around it. And I think everything turns out actually pretty cute. So this is a house that I would love to live in, probably, if I could stand being in a tiny home. I guarantee you I could not. I have too many things, and I, for lack of a better term, am a hoarder because I can't put myself through the pain of trying to separate myself from these items. Like, a lot of this stuff brings me joy, and I know that I should go through some stuff, but I can't bear to part with any of my things, so yeah. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. There are a lot of sentimental things that you don't want to get rid of, and some things that you think are junk are actually like prized possessions. So, anyway, that's always like the biggest problem with Tiny House Nation. I see a lot of people have so many things and they're constantly having to pare down and, you know, decide what stays and what goes in order to make their tiny living situation work. And I just don't think I could do that. I don't think my partner could do that either, honestly. Like, he doesn't have a lot of stuff, but I think having so little space would drive him a little crazy. So, yeah. But I didn't talk about the build, like, really at all. We're just going through and doing some clutter stuff. So I'll hop into the game and I'll show you the build, and maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more. So here is the build, and it is just a box because it is a tiny home. There's really not a lot going on to it. I think it looks pretty cute though. We've got some of these, I think they're called lattices or something, over to the side here. We have some kind of crazy landscaping going on. I don't know what I was thinking with it. I don't do landscaping, you guys know this. But up on this deck here, we have an outdoor trash can and a little grill. And then over to this side, we have a couple of planters. There are still plenty of activities to do in this house, so while it is small, I made sure that we could do a bunch of stuff. So we have this big sliding glass door. You can see straight into the kitchen. We've got these nice blue cabinets. I really love this kitchen set. It is base game. It's, I think, our newest one. Maybe our newest one. At least the newest one that came with base game. And it is just so good. I absolutely love it. I paired it with these little, like, orange bar stools, because, again, blue and orange theme. We have a little desk set up over here, and we actually have 2 bookshelves, because I put one over on the desk there, but then we also have the TV unit behind us. If you come over here, this is our living room situation. So we have the TV, bookshelf, radio thing here, and then this is our couch / bed, which I will show you guys momentarily. But then through here is our really small but functional bathroom. So yeah, this house is definitely not meant for a family. I don't know how people with families make this situation work, but I don't understand families that have, like, tiny homes. Yeah, if I bring my sim back, I can actually show you the bed over here. So we're gonna go ahead and put the bed down. So then if he... Uh-oh. Did it get stuck? No. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Oh, wait, no, it did get stuck. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, please don't die. You can see the bed though, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, please. Are you okay? That didn't work. Can I try that again? Please. I swear. If my sim dies from me trying to put this bed down. Okay, there we go. See? Bed. Everything is fine, and it's a decent length away from the TV, so it's all functional. I've tested. He can get in, and he can get out just fine. You know, we can put the bed up, and then we can just sit on the couch here. And see? It all works well. So there we go. No Sims dying today. Woo. I've called this build the single life tiny home on the gallery because, let's be real, it is just really a good space for a single sim. Like, this, it's not really a starter home. It's 21, almost 22,000 simoleons, so it's a little bit more than a starter home, but it's okay. So if you want to download it, you guys can find it under TheSimmingKoalaa with 2 A's at the end. That is my gallery ID, and I always have that in the description if you guys ever want to download anything from me. I really enjoyed putting this build together. It's a fun little build challenge in itself, trying to work with the limited space that you get, because obviously you have to meet, like, certain criteria in order for it to be considered a small house, and if you go beyond that, it's not really a tiny house anymore. So it's just a little fun system. I really like it. I don't know why I don't do anything with it very often. Like, maybe I'll start doing more tiny homes. Maybe I just need to watch more Tiny House Nation to really get inspired to build more things like this. So if you want to see more tiny homes from me, or even maybe attempt a micro home build, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, and I think with that I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials, links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.